Hi Aquarius, welcome to your month ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you would like to join my mailing list for the newsletter, etc., you can do so on the web link below. And also, if you haven't joined yet, Radiant Reflections is up and out there. Daily tarot card pulls, a look at the numerology, and a motivational message from yours truly. If you want to get that, you can do it on the website address below. So with that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path, or should I say us, to our highest vibrational good, because as you know, I am a sun sign Aquarius. So let's have a look, see what is going on for the month of March for us. What are we looking at, or rather what are we experiencing? What are our actions and interactions with the world at large? What are we doing this month? This month we are letting go. We are cutting the ties that bind. The Devil card is all about what you are attached to. Unfortunately, the Devil card isn't a great card because it's about what you're attached to that is holding you back or holding you hostage in some way, shape or form. So when you get the Devil card, it's an amalgamation of a decision that you once made that is now holding you back. The Devil represents something you are addicted to or tied to that is holding you from your true or full potential. So, and I always liken it to this, even with an addiction, you know, people say like, oh, you know, I'm addicted. But look at it this way. When you first picked that thing up, whatever it is, whatever it's, you know, whether it's sex, drugs, alcohol, rock and roll, you know, partying, whatever you want to call it, whatever your crutch is that you picked up in order to help you through something, whatever it is, even if it's a person that you're addicted to, your original dalliance with them was a choice. So it is a choice for you to be able to stop. The fact that this comes up in your actions and your interactions means that this month you are cutting the tie to this person, this thing, this substance, this experience. This is the month where you really are letting go and saying to yourself, you know what, that is actually holding me back. I know it is holding me back, so I'm gonna let it go, but ultimately I'm going to remove it from my lifescape. I like that because it puts us in a place of power effectively, because it means that we're taking responsibility, and that is the way to experience the Devil in a positive way, is to take responsibility for whatever it is that you are attached to. Once you do that, you can then consciously cut the cord. With that said, let's take a look at your money and materials. And this month we've got the Five of Wands, right? So the Five of Wands is all about lots of people talking, lots of people having an input. Your money is in groups. This is the month where you will see your money skyrocket by interacting with other people, by changing your demographic. So whether you are employed by a company, whether you work for somebody else, whether you work for yourself, the Five of Wands is basically saying that by interacting with more people, as many people as you can, you've got to broaden your net this month, Aquarius, because that is, you know, in groups, Aquarius, yeah, that's where we're going to find the money. That's where we're going to find the abundance, if you so please. Now also, the other thing about the Five of Wands in terms of money as well, it represents a change. There is a fast change coming in terms of your finances this month, and I believe it's a fast change for the better. Now this is interesting because it falls next to the Devil card. This is interesting because I feel like once you kind of cut these ties, once you kind of cut the attachment strings to the things that are no longer serving you, that are actually holding you back, that's when your finances will start to boost. That's when things will start to skyrocket. And like I said, by aligning with different people from different places, you know, get into as many groups as you possibly can. Join groups in person, join groups online. The more you do that, the bigger and broader your net is for you to catch those fish, if you catch my meaning. Right, so let's take a look at your communications with the world at large. So we've got a jumper, and the jumper is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is about spirituality, right? It's about detachment. The fact that it falls next to the Five of Wands means that this month rather, you are seeking out people who mirror your spirituality. You are having conversations about spirituality, but ultimately, communication, interestingly enough, I feel like you're looking for quality rather than quantity this month. Right, so yes, you're aligning yourself with groups for your finances and for your money, absolutely. Just keep an eye on the fact that there is a Mercury retrograde and it is in the sign of the Hanged Man, which is Pisces. So just keep that in mind. But your communications with the world at large with the Hanged Man is basically saying that you are looking for quality communication. You are looking to communicate with people that mirror who you are at a spiritual level, which I find really interesting because, you know, Aquarius isn't necessarily one to talk about those kind of things. It's more about the facts, the figures. Certainly if you're more cerebral and you're more Saturnian, you know, there's a lot of that sort of stuff. If you're more Uranian, then yes, the spiritual, the abstract, the out there is, you know, kind of comes into play a lot more. But I feel like you are seeking out people this month for communication, certainly for people to interact with on a personal level. It looks like you could possibly be joining some kind of spiritual group. You know, it could be a meditation circle, a coven, you know, a church group, all kinds of things. But there looks like something for some of you as well. This is amateur dramatics even, because the Hanged Man has got links to Neptune, which is all about fantasy. So you're talking things like television, singing, choir, anything like that. You know, it could be a church choir. That I find really interesting, and I will let you know why later on in the weeks that follow. But yeah, it certainly looks quite like an interesting one. So let's have a look at your personal relationships in your heart and your hearth. What is going on? Alright, so this month we get the Ace of Swords. For those of you that are single, with the Hanged Man there, this really feels for me like you are deciding what type of partner you want. For those of you that are single Aquarians, I feel like you're reaching the point now where you're like, okay, you know what? I've been single long enough. I feel like I'm ready to get back out there a bit, but I'm not ready to just start dating anyone and everyone for the sake of saying, oh, you know, I'm out there dating. You are being very selective and very discerning about the type of person that you want to align yourself with, because you're actually looking for something deeper than just a person to date. For those of you that are partnered, this looks like it's crux time. This looks like this is the month where you are making the final decision. Am I staying or am I going? It looks like that's where you're at this month, Aquarius. And that is the long and short of it. So let's take a look at your weeks ahead. So what is happening for you in the first week of March? First week of March, you got the Devil card, the double hit of the Devil card, right? So this really is you deciding, what am I attached to? What am I holding on to that is no longer serving me? And what is it time to release or let go of? I can't say it any plainer than that. This is the month there was something that you are tied to or attached to, my dear fellow Aquarians, that you are letting go of this week. That is it. This is it. It's done. You know, this week you will say to yourself, no more. I'm not doing that. I'm not feeding that. I'm not feeding into that anymore. It's over. The second week of March, we got the Sun card right underneath the Five of Wands. So this group that you're aligning to, this way of making money, this is, it almost feels like as well, for some of you, this is about ad campaigns or working on adverts or broadening your horizons or your reach. It's almost like you're looking to reach more people with the things that you're doing. And I kind of feel like this is the month where you get the visibility that you've wanted or needed in order to start making more money. Certainly if you are a freelancer, or if you're self-employed, if you work for yourself, this is really good news, because it means that you are out there in front of the people that you know that you want to get into your arena or stratosphere, so to speak. Second week of March looks absolutely fantastic. You got that money coming. Third week of March, you got the Fool card. Beautiful. So the Fool card right underneath the Hanged Man is really interesting because it suggests that there's going to be some kind of spiritual download that comes through. The Fool card is anything that is that cannot be preconceived, but it's new things, new places, new people. And the Fool card right underneath the Hanged Man, this is about some kind of spiritual download. Right next to the Sun card as well, there is some kind of idea, some kind of flash of inspiration that will come through spiritual means this month. And it is really going to excite you, and it's going to be something, it feels for me, I just want to say this, I don't know why, it feels for me like this is the ball. You know, that ball that somebody throws you that you can absolutely knock out of the park. This is the month where you get that. This is the month where you get that spiritual download that comes in and completely changes everything. And the fact that you've got this more visibility already working for you means that when you come up with this thing, it's absolutely going to fly. This is really interesting because I've been having a really intense lot of dreams for the past sort of 2-3 weeks. So to see this, I'm kind of like, ooh, excited. All right, and the 4th week of March, I've got the Lovers card. So I'm going to have to tell you plain as day, if you've been watching me for a while by now, you know I don't bullshit you, I give you the tea as it is, right? The Lovers card right underneath the Ace of Swords, you are making a decision. For those of you that are partnered, this will be the month where you decide, should I stay or should I go? And you will be asking yourself that question going forward. For those of you that are single, it looks very much like you have, almost like you've got 2 people to choose from. There might even be several suitors for you to choose from. My advice to you is go for the person, because it falls next to the Fool card, go for the person that brings you a completely different experience. Go for the person that, you know, that, because I kind of feel like out of the choice that you've got, one of these people will remind you of somebody that you've dated before, and so there'll be that familiarity, but the other person is completely different, will make you think outside the box by their very nature. My advice to you, if you want it, would be to go for that person. All right, so, and then finally, your key to the month. What is your overarching or overriding theme for the month ahead? And this month we get the King of Wands, right? So this is a beautiful card because the King of Wands is about living life to your to the beat of your passions, you know, living vibrantly, free, fun, vibrancy, passion, living who you truly are, being your authentic self, standing loud and proud, and ultimately not being afraid or ashamed to be who you truly are and to demonstrate the best of that person. The King of Wands is a fire sign male, an Aries, a Leo, or a Taurus. A Taurus, really, Raph? An Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. I don't know why that word just came in, but yeah, it looks like there is a fire sign male that could possibly be making themselves known this month. Somebody that's really going to excite or exacerbate all of your situations. But for you personally, the message, you know, this is a key message. It basically says have fun, enjoy your life, get back to those moments where you enjoy your life. And if you're letting something go in a big way, you know, certainly cutting the ties to something that you're addicted to or tied to or whatever in some way, shape or form, this King of Wands is basically saying that there is so much fun and life to be had, and you will remember that in the course of March. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments and I shall do the same. Take care, and I will see you very soon for more videos.